How's it going, my bones? SilverDFanng back with more YouTube reactions. This time we got another Armchair analyst. We did a video a few weeks ago. Now we're back with Faith Plus One episode. I believe it's actually called like Christian Rock Hard, but like to me it's the Faith Plus One episode. If you know South Park, you know this episode. It's a classic, and we get into some really interesting character development, but also like we learn a lot about the creators of South Park in their history as teenagers. It's me and Kinnie, and enjoy.
Season 7 of South Park is easily...
So, Armchair analyst, that time Cartman shamelessly exploited a religion. If I'm right, I think he's done that multiple times. You fulfilled my racing quota for this year? Good, no more racing! Who needs it?
one of the best seasons in the entire show. It's actually kind of crazy how many good episodes came out of this season. We got Casa Bonita, All About Mormon.
Casa Bonita is season 7? That is a classic. The Mormon episode, oh shit!
Crazy Cripples.
We're going to pop some punk ass for blood.
Yeah, that one I don't remember
Still
as
not
much.
Convinced? Okay. There's
The
also
Raisins? Oh
in the
my
super
God.
underrated toilet paper episode. It also happens to have, I don't know, just my favorite episode of all time, Christian Rock Hard.
It
We are
is
going to
a
start
lot of fun.
A Christian rock band.
This episode is South Park at its core. It showcases the best of Eric Cartman.
Raisins was awesome. It was a good satire of Hooters. Rest in peace, Hooters.
And his rivalry with Kyle. It pokes fun at religion and Eric's willingness to exploit it. It
But
even goes
I
into depth
also
about
love
the
this
issue
episode.
of pirating. No, not that pirating. More specifically, illegally downloading music, which was really topical in 2003. Any LimeWire enjoyers
Yep,
watching this?
me.
The episode also has some of the funniest use of stereotypes I've ever seen. They're not just lazily offensive. It's done in such a smart way. To top it all off, Cartman has a beautiful singing voice. If I had to recommend a single episode to someone who's never seen the show before, it would be this one. Now, I don't think it's as iconic or as pivotal as, say, Scott Tenorman Must Die, but the rewatchability and enjoyment I get out of this episode has put it firmly in my #1 spot. It might not be your favorite, but by the end of this video, maybe you'll understand why I believe this is a perfect South Park episode. Before we get
It's not
started,
my
I just
favorite,
want to
but I
say,
also
hey,
very
I'm
much
Armchair
enjoy it.
Analysis, and this is my South Park avatar. I'm not that other guy, or should I say team? You know, the one Bloom's completely
Guys,
body bag.
what
Bloom's
doing?
Hey, watching videos.
I see.
Here, let me get you the video. How are you, my bud?
Tired.
Yeah, that's fair. This might wake you up. We're watching the Christian Rock episode analysis for South Park.
Okay.
Turns out that so we saw this guy's
I know
stuff.
Blooms.
Well, he's not Blooms. He's calling Blooms out
Yeah, they're good.
for copyrighting his shit.
What?
Apparently, Blooms is ripping off Armchair Analysts.
Oh.
obviously doesn't need a shout out from me, but I'm seriously grateful for those 2 videos he made. Maybe now people will stop comparing me to that content farm.
Oh, never mind. Blooms is the one that brought it up.
Whether they did it purposely or not, it's been incredibly annoying for me having people think our channels are linked in some way, so I'll be changing my avatar to separate myself. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. Whatever, I had it first. I hope that clears things up, but enough tomfoolery. It's time to focus on the beauty of South Park. Here is our episode analysis of Christian Rock Hard.
Wanna get down on my knees and start pleasing Jesus.
The episode kicks off with Cartman and the boys practicing for their cute little band named Moop. Randy then walks in confused and asks,
Dan, are you okay?
Yeah, Dad, we're just rehearsing our band.
Oh, I thought a group of Vietnamese people were having their intestines pulled out through their mouths.
can we just take a second to appreciate the creativity with that one? You know, I can relate with being trash at music. I was just like the boys here. You see, I had 3 main goals when I was younger. Become shortstop for a Major League Baseball team.
Okay.
marry Emma Watson,
Yeah.
and become the lead singer for a pop-punk band.
That one is
Might be a
possible.
little too late for baseball and music, but I'm still holding hope for Emma. Okay, we're getting off topic. Pretty much every kid at some point wanted to be in a band, or at least thought it was the coolest job ever.
True.
I mean, Trey Parker and Matt Stone
True.
both wanted to be musicians, specifically in a band as well.
I went to CU where I met Trey, and my career, I was in the math department. But basically, I was pretty sure I was just going to be a rock drummer. Like, that was my career. That was my well thought out career path was rock and roll.
The boys decide that the reason they're so terrible is because they all have different musical backgrounds. Surely, that's the issue here. Kyle then says that they need to listen to a bunch of new music to get inspiration. The word inspiration gives Cartman a pretty interesting idea.
Should play Christian rock.
Yeah, as you can tell by their faces, they don't like this idea very much. Cartman says that if they play songs about loving Jesus, all of the Christians will end up buying their crap.
It worked for Creed.
Apparently, Matt and Trey actually
Yeah.
really like Creed, or they're being
Suck it,
sarcastic.
Creed.
I can't really tell.
I think mostly inspired by, I don't know, we're big fans of Creed. And this was when Creed was really big.
Kyle kicks Cartman out of the band after his suggestion, and they decide to make a wager. Eric is going to start his own band, and whoever gets
I'll be honest, this is one of the few times where Kyle honestly was out of line. Dude just, like, brought up an idea, and you're like, no, get out. Like, Carmen will deserve it, but, like, not this time.
a platinum album first will be paid $10 by the loser.
Ready? First one to have a platinum album wins. Go.
I remember the
He rushes
punchline
to
in
recruit
this.
his new band. He decides that Butters will be his drummer and Token will play bass.
What? We don't have a bass guitar.
You don't have
Your
bass.
family's black token. There's bound to be a bass guitar in your basement somewhere.
Eric Cartman, you
I don't
racist,
play bass.
bigoted,
What do you
and
say?
taller.
Hey, there was a bass guitar in my
That.
basement.
You can play bass.
Fair enough. Cartman tells his new
Give me a line,
recruits that
Token.
they are going to make a Christian rock band. Butters is sad about this, and Token immediately starts walking out of the house. He's able to persuade him into staying by talking about how rich and famous they're going to be. So Cartman's approach to making music is taking regular old love songs and changing words like baby and darling into Jesus. Yeah, that definitely won't get weird or anything. So they have their songs ready. Butters starts them off.
mean,
with a
it
great
works
little
for
beat.
most Christian
Everything
rock
is looking
bands.
Good. There's just one issue.
Yeah.
I don't know how to play bass.
Token, how many times do we have to go through this? You're black. You can play bass.
I'm getting sick of your stereotypes.
Be as sick as you want. Just give me a goddamn bass line.
He's actually good at
This
it.
is straight up one of the best jokes
It's
in the entire
good.
show.
It's
I really love
racist,
Token as
but
a
it's
character.
good.
Oh,
Bree, can you play bass?
God, I just realized I've been calling him Token instead of Tolkien. Am I racist?
Anyone else just assume his name was Token?
Okay, but in all seriousness, I just love how Matt and Trey created a character that was pretty much invented to make fun of tokenism, yet they use his character in a way that's really smart and not just lazy stereotyping. The band's first jamming session actually sounds pretty nice. Hell of a lot better than anything I could have done at that age.
And I just want to feel you deep inside me, Jesus.
We then see what Kyle's plans are for getting a platinum album. He asks his parents for money so that he can go buy a bunch of CDs down at the mall. Does anyone else get nostalgic when they think about CD players?
Nope.
I had one of these bad boys.
I
growing
hated
up.
it.
MP3
It
players
was clunky
and
as fuck.
eventually iPods pretty much made these things irrelevant. Anyways, Kyle's dad refuses to give him any money.
Come on, Dad. Don't be such a Jew.
Stan and Kenny show up and tell Kyle that it's all fine because they have a way to get free music off of the internet. The boys go onto Kyle's computer and start downloading music off of a website. They don't specifically say the name of this website, but if you look close enough, you can see the letters STER. This is interesting. It's almost certain here that they're referencing Napster. This was the pioneer tool for illegally downloading music. Created in 1999 by then 18-year-old Sean Fanning, Napster was a file-sharing service that allowed users to share and download music files over the internet.
Sean Fanning would later help Zuckerberg get Facebook global.
Facebook. Sorry.
Facebook global.
Okay.
internet. As you can imagine, this tool sent the music industry into widespread panic.
Yeah, I don't know
Sure,
why I'm slurring
there were
words.
ways to get pirated music before the internet, but a
Facebook.
tool like this where any person with a potato PC and internet access could download whatever they wanted was extremely threatening to the music industry. The fact that some random 18-year-old coder was able to set the music industry on fire because he believed people should have access
That
to
was
free
normal.
music
This
is
was the
honestly
era
pretty funny.
of
In 2001,
teenage college
Napster was
people
shut
becoming
down due to
billionaires.
Copyright infringement. While piracy had always been illegal under copyright laws, this specific event caused it to be taken a lot more seriously on the internet. And all the millionaire musicians
just
cheered
sharing.
and thanked the heavens for their money had been saved. And piracy was defeated.
I don't know half of these. There's my boy. Ruined 3 computers with him.
The boys are having a great time downloading free music after getting some Judas Priest. Nice taste, by the way.
What the hell is that? I don't know. Let me check them.
Freeze, FBI!
Another satirically brilliant joke. The boys are then questioned by the FBI. We also get our first appearance of Harrison Yates. Something a lot of people don't actually know is that he was created just for this episode as a member of the FBI. After a while, Matt and Trey realized that they were getting tired of Barbrady's 90s styled comedy. They felt that Officer Barbrady really didn't fit with how the town operated anymore. So Yates would eventually be
That's
changed
fair.
from FBI to Park County Police. So while Yates is interrogating the boys, he asks them if they have anything to say for themselves. Kyle replies by saying he didn't think that downloading music was that big of a deal. This response makes him pretty mad, and he's now gonna show us all how downloading free music online can ruin people's lives. He starts off by showing them the home of Lars Ulrich, drummer for Metallica. They find him crying in his yard.
This month he was hoping to have a gold-plated Shark Tank bar installed right next to the pool. But thanks to people downloading his music for free, he must now wait a few months before he can afford it.
And that's why most people could not give a shit about free music or piracy. Because here's the truth. They're still rich. They're still making money. They're just not making billions. And now we have that issue with tech people. And the tech people are like, are also bitching, like in early 2000s. Again, nothing changes. All that changes are the names and faces, but it's a fucking circle. Greed will never go away.
If I told you there's a reason Matt and Trey used him specifically. Well, I already gave you the history lesson on Napster, but what I didn't tell you was that Metallica was the band who went out of their way to personally file a lawsuit against them. So this became a huge thing, and Lars Ulrich...
Ironically, it hurt their career more than it did, because Metallica was the anti-establishment heavy metal band. They were against authority, but apparently not their money. Like, yeah, and like the 2000s, just Metallica is where Metallica sold out started, and like this was definitely the first. Saint Anger is where people were just done with their shit.
would make an anti-Napster video about why piracy is wrong. They compared downloading music to robbing the guy's room, and it was just corny and weird. This is coming from someone who likes Metallica, by the way. So yeah, this was Matt and Trey giving him a hard time about that situation. Yates goes on to show us that Britney Spears had to downgrade her private jet due to the online piracy, and that Master P won't...
Should we fucking care?
Well, with Britney, this is definitely a now we know more situation. Now we know Britney wasn't probably doing any of that.
Check out the
her
Panville
dad
Pet Cafe to play
was
with
probably
me.
doing that because he was exploiting her and taking most of the money.
Yep. That's fucking horrendous.
Yeah, so Britney is they didn't know. In 2003, it was still very hidden.
be able to afford his son's
But
birthday
it's very
present, an island in French Polynesia. Yates says that if people don't stop downloading their music for free,
Recording artists will be forever doomed to a life of only semi-luxury.
It's funny, but it's true. It's hard to feel bad for millionaires, and Matt and Trey are obviously satirizing that. Everyone watching this video will have different morals on piracy, but here's my take that nobody asked for. Support stuff that you enjoy. I'm not gonna pirate a Steam game by a small indie developer, but I'm also not gonna pay $100 to watch a Jake Paul fight. I think a lot of people can relate to that. Which reminds me, if you've made it to this point in the video, that means you're at least somewhat entertained.
Okay, so I actually have an opinion. So, chat, most Wednesdays, I do movie night. Kinnie's there usually.
Hi.
Something that a lot of the people, and this is definitely an age thing, a lot of them will recommend stuff. I'm like, okay, is it on Netflix? Is it on Amazon? Those are the ones that I pay for. Like, Tubi, it's free. They're like, I don't care, just pirate. I'm like, dude, I'm not going to do that. And it's not because I think piracy is wrong. It's that I'm old enough and I have enough financial where I don't need it to be in. I don't need it. So
yeah, you don't have the right streaming service that it's on. I'm just kidding.
I don't need a. I personally don't need a pirate anymore. Like I did pirate as a teen, and my way of giving back is not doing it as an adult who can afford it. And so that's my thing. If you do not have the financial means, go for it. But if you can do it, now you're just taking advantage. Like the billionaires are taking advantage of losing a little bit of money. Full circle.
You can support me by clicking the subscribe buttons, and Token are on their way to take pictures for their new album cover. Token is over it by this point, and he tells Eric the album better make as much money as he promised.
I'm going to kill you one day, Token.
What did he say? We all know this is a joke. Cartman would never do anything to actually harm him. I've already said this in 2 of my other videos, but here's more proof. Cartman loves photography.
The show also has that weird thing that Cartman, strangely, is really into photography. I was like that's one of the funniest, weirdest little, weird Cartman idiosyncrasies. Is he's actually really good at and really into photography and has really nice photography equipment.
They get their pictures, and they're on to making their first album. We also learn the band name, Faith Plus One. Another funny thing about this
I'm surprised a Christian rock band actually has not taken that name, because that is perfect for Christian rock.
Real.
episode is that the entire idea of Cartman starting this band was actually an idea they had years before this episode. Matt and Trey, in real life, debated making a Christian album.
That's where some of the ideas
we were gonna go to like all these Jesus fests and stuff where these guys set up booths and stuff.
And just sort of make up a fake band. And it's a great idea if someone else there wants to do it. And we were even going to call it the Faith Plus One.
Back at the station, Yates tells the boys and their parents that they're going to have to pay a $400 fee for the piracy.
$400 just for downloading some songs off the internet? It's not that big a deal. Not a big deal, huh?
It's really not surprising they decided to keep him as a character. He's made for some really good episodes.
You're busted, buddy. I'm a cat.
He takes the parents away to educate them on
I don't know that
piracy,
episode, but I want to
meanwhile,
know it.
Kyle has a realization. There isn't any point in continuing the band if they're just gonna get screwed over by people downloading their music illegally. You know, even though they still don't know how to play their instruments, or even decided what kind of music they want to play, or attempted to make literally anything. For some reason, there's a news report on their refusal to play. Cartman then shows up and starts bragging to the boys about how his album has almost gone platinum.
We've already sold 13 copies. You want to pay me that $10 bet now, Kyle?
Kyle reminds him that he needs to sell 1 million copies to go platinum, and Eric responds by saying this weekend is Christ Fest, which is the single largest gathering of Christians in the Midwest. There doesn't seem to be a definitive Christ Fest. It's more so just a bunch of Christian musical festivals scattered around the U.S.
Okay, I gotta say, it's funny that the lead singer of a Christian rock band has the Milady hat. My lady, my lord, my Jesus.
My Jesus.
I was imagining
My
like
Jesus.
a Warped Tour for Christians or something, but no. Stan angrily tells Eric that he doesn't even know anything about Christianity.
I know enough to exploit it.
This is the most
USA. USA.
USA government. USA government.
Yeah. Government,
Yeah, it's horrendous.
businesses,
I say mostly government
televangelists.
specifically because of what happened recently.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Cartman
That's why I want to
response
get
ever.
out of this
We then
state.
learn what Christ Fest is all about. People making money in the name of God. The boys start their marketing
I don't know if
journey trying
Iowa's
to get
better.
exposure for their band.
We're not really Christian. We're
It's
just
better
pretending
than
we
this
are.
place,
Arizona's
in
weird.
my opinion. At least with my
Cartman
dad.
realizes this isn't going to be enough
And
for
not
the
with a
band to
family
blow
that's
up.
probably
so
dangerous.
he decides that they
That's
need
true.
to find a way to get onto the big stage. The boys run into another band named Sanctified.
We play metal and punk, but with lyrics that inspire faith in Christ.
I'm not gonna lie, there's some good Christian music out there. Well, at least there used to be. Bands like Reliant K, Switchfoot, 1000 Foot Crush,
Pentatonics.
Red, and Skillet. I listened to all of these.
Wait.
Skillet.
Skillet is Christian rock?
Really?
I did not know
The
that.
secret side of me, I'll never let you see. I keep it caged, but I can't control it. Bruh, what does this have to release for
Yeah, didn't know
Christianity?
about Skillet. I think they might be a Faith Plus One kind of style of Christian rock. They just want the money.
Real.
I will say an actual Christian rock band that I do enjoy, Puddle of Mud from the 90s. They're pretty good.
Bands at some point, and funnily enough, I had absolutely zero idea any of them were Christian rock except for Skillet. So anyways, Cartman takes advantage of this band and asks them to pray with him.
Hey, Eric, I don't think they can get out.
This ends up working, and Faith Plus One are given their shot at fame. And the song is actually good.
And it's up to you to save me, Jesus, baby.
This opportunity did not go to waste. Faith Records wants to sign their band. I was curious if this was a real label, and the only thing I could find was an Instagram account with like 150 followers. Faith Records, record label, formerly fascist. What?
Fascist records.
What the f? The label.
Yep, and that's something that me and Kitty were kind of talking about. A
We
lot
fucking hate fascists.
a lot of Americans that exploit Christians are just hidden fascists.
Yeah.
Has one
Like my
concern.
grandma.
They have noticed that the lyrics
Yeah.
are a bit suspect. It appears to him that Faith Plus One doesn't
Did you
just
know you
love
can pet
Jesus,
me?
but
Check
is
out the
in
Pet
love
Cafe.
with Jesus. Cartman gets defensive, and his deflection actually works. The label says that they want to make sure Christian bands aren't just in it for the
Incoming
money.
ad
I
break.
have never in my life done anything just for the money. If I'm lying,
Yes, you
may the
have.
Lord strike me down right now.
This is a funny joke, but when you really think about it, Cartman actually doesn't care about the money in this situation, or a lot of them actually. What drives Cartman the most is his desire to beat Kyle. Sure, he's done a lot of immoral things for money, but what is far more important to him is making sure that Kyle suffers. That is
Yeah,
his main
the
source
AIDS
of dopamine.
episode.
Kyle gives Cartman a reason to live when you really think about it. With funding and professional marketing, Cartman's band is quickly exploding in popularity. They even get their own commercials for their new album.
I wanna get down on my knees and start pleasing Jesus. I wanna feel his salvation all over my
Oh my
face.
god.
This is one of those times I wish I could play all of these songs.
Goodness.
Yeah, it does really get very I want to be fucked by Jesus. And I love it.
Yes.
But whenever I play too much of a song,
Hello?
copyright aggressively nukes my video, so instead,
Damn.
I'll just tell you some cool facts
damn
about
it.
these songs. A
Hello?
lot of these songs were actually a lot long.
Hey, bud.
How's it going?
Pretty good. Just reacting to videos on stream.
Hello.
Hell yeah.
Ugh.
Just dropping by to say hi. Saw South Park and was like, ooh, what's happening?
It's a analyst on the episode where Cartman created a Christian rock band, and they were going after like this was 2003, so it was when music like piracy was a big pop culture topic.
Ooh.
I don't actually know Tavexo how old you are, but did you
24.
grow up? Okay, so
I did grow up with South Park.
No, did you grow up with LimeWire and like piracy like websites for music and stuff? Or did
Yeah.
you? Okay. Yeah.
Like SoundCloud,
Yeah.
Live Leak, all that kind of stuff. All that Reddit, early days of Reddit, Tumblr.
Yeah.
So I do know. I was on the media when I was like 6 or 7.
Damn.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I started with Windows XP.
I will say though, so you didn't, in 2002, 2003, Metallica and a bunch of other like billionaire musicians literally went to war with this website because of the free music thing. And yeah, it was a massive like what side are you on? Like, do you feel bad for the musicians because they're still making money but not as much as they were? Or do you think that like this is a helpful website?
Interesting.
South Park is definitely on the side of fuck the billionaires.
Well, yeah, because they pop out an episode once a week. It only takes them 3 to 5 days to make an episode.
Amen. I'm not caught up on the latest season, but I hear every episode's a banger.
Yes. I haven't been keeping up with it either, but I did hear about the newer episodes and all of the controversy surrounding it.
You know you did good when the president of Israel goes after you. Okay, I'm gonna start the video.
And some of them even completely
Wanna
finished.
continue the video,
In the
you mean?
episode, it's just a quick demo for the commercial, but Trey actually
Thank
did
you for
make
the
a few
lore.
full-length
I'm gonna
songs.
drop out
I don't
now.
know about you guys, but
Have a
if
good
they
rest
put
of
all
your
these songs
stream.
together in a
See you
real
later,
album,
T-Dog.
I definitely
See
would have
ya.
bought it. Trey also had this to say about the episode.
Looking back on it, you can see some of the undertones of Book of Mormon and stuff, even in that show, where, you know, some of the same kind of innuendos and stuff like that.
I absolutely love this musical. And
Note to self: one of these days, if I can find it, we need to watch Book of Mormon on movie night.
I've already told you I'm obsessed with this episode, so to hear Trey say this makes me pretty happy. It's time for an update on Moop. It's now the second day of their refusal to play music. The news reporter mentions that they did a poll, asking people if Moop's refusal to play would stop them from downloading music off of the internet.
1% said yes, 2% said no, and 97% said, who the hell is Moop?
Metallica randomly shows up because, of course, they do. They praise the boys and join them in their protest. This starts a chain reaction, and musicians from all around the world are inspired to join in. From Blink-182
Meatloaf?
to the Lords of the Underworld. Stan is starting to get tired of the protest, and Kyle, along with Metallica, convince him to hold on, saying that they're gonna win this thing soon. Suddenly, the mailman shows up to deliver a letter. The letter is from Cartman, and the boys' worst nightmare has come true. Faith Plus One has sold 1 million copies.
P.S. No. Ha 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 ha.
Kyle then has an epiphany, accepting that they lost because they were so caught up in protecting their music that they forgot to just play.
But why play if we're not going to make millions of dollars?
Yeah, they really didn't like that Napster video. Lars keeps getting bullied throughout this episode.
And he
Kyle
deserves
starts
it.
giving one of his gay little speeches that makes a lot of sense. He says that real musicians play music because that's what they love to do. People are always going to find ways to pirate stuff, and if they're real musicians, they should just be stoked that so many people want to listen to them play.
Nice to meet you.
We're just
I'm
about the money.
Toff.
Yeah.
Oh,
Trey Parker and Matt Stone have a pretty interesting and maybe even a little surprising take on this whole piracy thing.
Obviously, artists need to get paid for what
Hey, Lucian. Come in, we're watching
Hi,
videos with chat.
Lucian.
they do, and we get paid really well for what we do, but
It's just
when
hard
we
to feel
find out
sorry
that,
for that.
you know, like, South Park was one of the first shows to get downloaded on the internet and be like all over the place and everyone getting it for free over the internet, and it didn't hurt us at all.
I mean, yeah, exposure is another way to make money. A good modern day example of this is live streamers or
Yep.
podcasters. A lot of people these days take clips from these
Hi, guys.
content creators, upload them to TikTok, Instagram Reels, etc. And sometimes these clips gain millions of views. Now, the creator doesn't directly get paid for these, but those millions of views gave them exposure that they would have never gotten otherwise. In the case of music, it's pretty similar. You download a song illegally that you wouldn't have had otherwise and play it at a party. Suddenly, 10 people are there asking you what song that is. Alright, back to the episode. Kyle decides that he's gonna swallow his pride and just pay Cartman for losing the bet.
and hopefully, we won't make a big deal out of it.
Oh, Kyle, you know Cartman better than that. Of course he's gonna make a big deal. He has even decided to throw a massive celebration ceremony that cost him every penny that the band has made so far.
It's really good.
Plus one token, there'll be plenty more money. Relax and enjoy, black asshole.
Kyle tries to give Eric his money, but we all know Cartman isn't letting him off the hook that easily. Just some more proof that destroying Kyle is more important than money. The ceremony starts and he is to be given his platinum album.
The Christian recording industry is pleased to present you with this Myrrh album.
Yeah.
Myrrh album.
We learn that in Christian rock there is no platinum albums, which, by the way, was just invented for this episode. There's no such thing as a Myrrh album. Okay, you guys probably figured that out. I don't know why I'm explaining that. But what you might not have known is that this is a biblical joke. The 3 wise men, 3 kings, or whatever you want to call them, I'm not religious, brought 3 gifts to the birth of Jesus.
In Christian rock, our albums go gold in frankincense and myrrh.
If you're not religious, it's pretty easy to miss
That
this
is funny.
difference. Anyways, this
I brought
revelation
gold,
means
thank you.
that technically Eric has
I brought
not
thank
won
you,
the bet.
thank you.
Despite
I
selling
brought
1 million
myrrh, thank
copies,
you,
the
myrrh,
bet was
there.
specifically for
Judas.
a platinum
No.
album. Naturally, Cartman starts crashing out, using God's name in vain in front of an entire crowd of Christians.
But you spread the word of the Lord. You brought faith in Jesus.
Oh, Jesus!
I think part of why I love this
I mean, a lot of its songs is being fucked by Jesus.
That is true. That is
ending
true.
so much is the fact that Cartman could have just took his loss and still been a wildly successful band, made millions of dollars, been on top of the world. But no, none
Right,
of that
he made
matters
money.
if he can't beat Kyle. So his impulsivity and rage just takes over. This perfectly encapsulates who he is as a person. Butters and Token attempt to calm him down, but it's no use.
Ah, you, Token, you black asshole!
Beat his
Yay.
ass.
Screw himself
Yay,
over.
Tolkien.
He screwed over his band. And this is a therapeutic ending that couldn't possibly get any better, right?
You, Eric.
You tell him, Butters. As much as I love Cartman and acknowledge he's the character that made South Park what it is, I always love watching him get what he deserves. In my mind, this is a perfect South Park episode. It's ranked 13th according to IMDb, with 43% of voters giving it a 10 out of 10. If there's anything I've learned since creating this channel, it's that
I
fan
like
opinions
Scott's
are
killing.
insanely different compared to other
God,
shows.
the Mormon
So
episode.
Feel free to tell me your
Oh,
thoughts
the
on this
Pokemon
Or
episode.
why I'm wrong. If you guys enjoyed this video, 2 of my other videos are popping up on screen right now. Maybe you're interested in my analysis of the Tourette's episode or the Mormon episode.
We've seen the Tourette's episode.
That was pretty good.
That was good. Okay. What is next in submissions?